Well, good evening, everyone. Hey, Linda Anderson here from Linda Lou Creates, and thanks so much for joining me tonight. It's the last day of April. Is that not incredible? So I thought it'd be time to share the new in colors. And here's three of them. We have the boho blue, wild wheat, and copper clay. I am going to make this card again showing the wild wheat, but these two I'm going to show you what the other two colors then look like. So I'm just doing a little variety here of the colors. Just a little disclaimer, for some reason I keep calling this canyon clay instead of copper clay. So if you hear me calling it that, please disregard. So just so you know, stamp set I'm using, it's actually a new bundle that's coming out in the new catalog. It is called Circle Sings, and it's a bundle and includes this punch. Sorry, I hate to show the punches because it always shows such a glare on it. But it is a 2 3/8 inch circle punch. So that's what I used, the stamp set, and that circle punch on all of these cards. So what I'm going to do is start with the one, because I want to keep you in suspense. I want to show you the one that I'm using, the wild wheat again. I want to call, I don't know what I want to call this one. I don't know why wild wheat does not like sink in for me. But anyway, let's get the pieces for this one. Card base, my usual top folding card that's 11 by 4 1/4. Inside I have my piece of white that's 4 by 5 1/4. Sorry, I just stamped this image again. I actually stamped off and then stamped it on because I like having it a little bit more faded on the inside, especially if I'm not going to have a message, and it's going to be all just what I write in there. So I like to use that stamp off method. This is one of the DSP for the new in colors. So it has this stripe on the other side's my favorite, the polka dots. I've got to admit to that. So, all right. So this measures 3 by 4 1/4. I was hoping to keep these all monochromatic, but I decided to bring in a little black with this. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, so just 1/4 of an inch bigger. Same with the white, 1/4 of an inch bigger. So that means it's 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. So let me get those all put together. There it is. As soon as I find my glue. It's funny how that's always the thing that's missing or decides not to work. Let's see. Well, let's find another one. So here we go. All right, so let's see what I got for this one. That is also not working. All right, this is not good because I even had some time here that I was kind of putzing around. I should have been checking my glue, making sure it was not clogged. So let me see if I got it now. Sure did. All right, that's quite the big glob, but I'm going to just slide it into place. That way it has a chance to kind of move around and not have such a big puddle of glue right there. So smooth that out. All right, now let me get these two onto the white, and then we're going to get that onto the card base. I am just so excited. I adore these colors. This is right up my alley. Very, I don't know, earthy. I don't know if that's the word I want, but they're not bright. They have more of that natural elements to it. So I don't know. This is right up my alley, like I said. So, All right, so most of this is done. So all I have left to do here is it's stamped in the wild wheat and punched out with that 2 3/8 inch punch that is bundled with that stamp set. I have some dimensionals on the back. I also did one of these sentiments out of that stamp set and stamped it in black using the double oval punch, and then again in black with some black cardstock. So because I'm going to overlap the fact that this is popped up, the circle, I don't want to pop all of my oval. So I just have a portion of it, the portion that hangs off of the circle with some dimensionals. And then I will have it, you know what I'm going to do is go ahead, I'm going to put it down first, the circle, then come in with my oval. I changed my mind. Try to avoid that glue that I got on there. So, all right. So let me get this beautiful image down. Now I'm going to get my oval ready and adhered down. So here it is. So because there's 5 new in colors, I figured I would, one of them I would have to repeat the color. So this was the one. Love it. All right. What I then did was make a mess, and these are the in color dots then that you can use. So let's go ahead and get some of these. And just kind of plop them down wherever you think. And there it is. All right. Card number 1. Check. It's done. Let's go on to card number 2. I'm going to have it be the copper clay one. So again, using some of the paper, but this time I am using Moody Mauve. So I hear ya saying the ooh and the ah, huh? So this is it here. I've got my card base, which is the Moody Mauve. Again, the top folding. Inside, my sentiment is happy birthday, and it's because you're awesome. So I decided to use different elements that are in this, the sentiment as well as the sort of starburst, I guess, kind of effect here. I stamped on the inside. So my the florals, the happy birthday, again in the Moody Mauve. Now I went ahead and using the layering circle dies, I cut out a corresponding scallop circle. So I really like that it fits in there nicely and gives you a nice amount of the scallop showing. So it's not like barely there. So I really like that. So, all right, so here is my piece. I always find that rarely do I put stuff down, build up my card directly on the card base. Don't ask me why, but this is my usual 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of the basic white. Now on this, I'm going to build it up here with some of the DSP of the Moody Mauve. So I have this piece that is 2 by 4, and this piece, which happens to be just the other side of it, is 2 by 3. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere all of this down. So I want the hearts to show first, and because I confuse myself sometimes when I do the front and back of the same piece like this, that I'm thinking I have it, that I'm doing it wrong. So I always have to kind of take my time and make sure I have it right. So that's the 2 by 4. I'm just moving it all the way over to the right. Now the 2 by 3, I'm just going to go ahead and have it on the left side. Now you can move this piece up or down or anywhere you want it. I just decided this time I'll have it kind of down on the 2x4 piece. So that's certainly whatever you want to play around and do. So let's go ahead, get this put down to the card base. Okay. This is a nice quick card. It's certainly, this layout can certainly be used for anything. From here, I'm going to go ahead and put down my circle with dimensionals, of course. And this time, I am going to move it over to the left side. Just want to change it up a bit. So see how, even though you have the same arrangement of your designer series paper, just by moving them either up or down, left or right, and then moving where the circle or your main focal image is, it's almost like you have a totally different card. So from here, I'm going to go ahead now and add those dots, those moody mauve dots. And I am going to put in the large one and then 2 of the medium size ones. And let me just see, there we go. For something that's kind of a pinky color, I do like this color a lot. So here they are. What do you think? All right, time to take this off and bring in the last card. And I love it because it's of the seashells. As soon as I saw this, the seashells, I thought of the boho blue. I'm like, this will be perfect for it. So that's what is here, but I want to show you the 5th and final of the in colors using this very same design, but in the pebbled path. All right, so that's what this card base is. This is a nice dark gray. Has like a little bit of, I don't know, blue or brown. I'm not sure exactly what I want to call it, but I do like this a lot. Neutrals are great. I love them. So inside is my 4x5 1/4 white, and I just stamped that seashell image here in the corner, just like I did on the circle. Now I know circles do not have corners, but I'm thinking it's probably like, is it supposed to go at the top? Should this go at the bottom? As soon as I saw it, I'm like, it needs to go kind of cascading down once across the top and down a side. So that's kind of where this came into play. And then the warm hello just added on that. And again, all part of that Circle Sings stamp set. So let's go ahead and get building here. I have my card, not my card base. I already showed you that. My piece for the card front, that's 4x5 1/4. Now I have 2 pieces here of Pebbled Path, cardstock and the DSP. They both measure 2x4. And I'm just going to put them in opposite directions, just sort of like a big old plus sign. So let's go ahead first and get the cardstock down. And then let's get the polka dots down. Okay. Now, I felt like I needed just a little touch of something. At first, I'm like, oh, I should use the ribbon, but I wanted to go without ribbon on these cards. So I just thought that a 1/2 inch wide strip of vellum would do the trick. So that's exactly what this is. It was half an inch, and it was 4 inches long. And then I just banner cut, gave myself plenty of space, and did the banner cut the ends. If ever you cut them and they're too short, don't worry about it. You'll be able to just cut your strip in half and kind of spread them apart. Not a problem there as far as going too short. Same thing if it's too long. Cut them and then kind of smush them together. So it's always good when they're kind of hidden behind your main image there. So, all right, let me just squeeze on some glue here, kind of right down the center. And let's get this strip down here, this vellum. Now I have my, whoops, I forgot my, how could I? I forgot my dimensionals. That's crazy, isn't it? So, all right, so let's get that down. I can't believe I forgot those. All right, they are forgotten no more. Here they are. And let's go ahead now and get this put down, and then I'm going to go ahead and get it put to the card base. I can't see what I'm doing. Too many of my hands are in the way. Here we go. All right, let me bring in that card base. Let me make sure I have it going the right direction. I do. I see the opening. I had a stamp class today, and I had an extra kit, so I made the cards also. Another round of the cards, and one of them I mounted upside down. So that's why I'm kind of being a little extra cautious this evening here. I haven't done that, mounting upside down, in a while. So anyway, here it is. Can I say the blue just I find so striking. I love, love, love it in the blue. The gray, this pebbled path, is nice too. But blue's my favorite color to begin with. So I think that's another reason why I'm partial to it. So, but let's get, maybe it just needs the embellishments on, and then I might say something different here. Let me see if I can get, let's try it up here, and I pretty soon need to replace the end of this pick tool. The putty is kind of getting worn out on it, so. All right. Yes, that definitely, I do like the bit of shine that gives, but I'll be honest, blue is still my favorite. So, my favorite color. All right, let me bring them all in so you can see all of the new in colors. Here, we have Pebbled Path, Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat, Copper Clay, there I said it right, and the Boho Blue. So what do you think? Those are awesome colors, aren't they? All using the Circle Sayings. It's a new stamp set. You'll be able to order yours this week as well. That's when the new annual catalog goes live. So, let me know if you scoop this up along with the punch. So I think you're going to love it because I know I do. So. All right, guys. Hey, it was so much fun spending some of my Sunday with you. I really appreciate you joining me, and I can't wait to see you again next week. All right. Have a good week now, guys. Bye now.